and welcome back to the Uptown Worsted Don't Be a Square Afghan Knitalong, and today we're going to be showing a different kind of way to do a bobble. You might have watched the other video in which we do a standard bobble where we work back and forth for a few rows and then close it off. This is a different way to do that same thing, but without having to turn your work. So what we're going to do here is called knitting back backwards, and it's a way to knit back without having to actually turn your work. So the first part of the bobble is the same. We're going to knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit one, all into that same stitch. Now instead of turning and purling back across those stitches, I'm going to do what's called knit back backwards. So it's basically the same motion you would do as if you were purling on the wrong side, but you don't have to turn. So you can see I'm inserting my needle knitwise through the back of the stitch, which is what you would do if you were purling. And then I'm just wrapping my yarn around the needle like that and completing the stitch. It can be a little tricky, you know, like any new thing to get used to if you've never tried it before, but with a little practice you might find that it's easier than having to turn your work in cases like this. Or entrelac is another technique in which people like to use knit back backwards. So I do one more row of this. And we'll go ahead and close off our bobble, an SSK. Knit 3 together here, pass the SSK over the knit 3 together to reduce our stitches back down to 1. And then there's one final step of the bobble that happens on the wrong side. So I'm going to work over to the bobble stitch. Now to kind of further enhance the bobble effect, I want to kind of snug it up here, so I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to slip the bobble stitch to my right needle. I'm going to go behind the bobble and pick up the back of this stitch here, place it on my left needle, slip the bobble stitch also back to the left needle, and purl these two stitches together. So from the front, it's kind of nice and compacted there, and it really helps the bobble kind of pop out. So I hope this helped, and good luck!